Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is October 22nd, 2023. It is a Sunday, and we are coming to you live from the new dedicated Whiskey Cowboy studio. So thank you all for putting up with the slight delay. I'm actually a month ahead of schedule, but I am about a week and a half to 2 weeks behind new schedule with this new studio. Complicated story, but I took Wednesday off and decided to spend that time tweaking. I had some more stuff that needed to come in, and I wasn't quite set with the setup. I'm still not there yet. But it is much better than it was. I am absolutely loving the new studio. It's great to work in. Laurel joins the show. She says, "Good evening." Good evening, Laurel. So hope folks like the new look. Not that different from the old look, but it is tweaked. I'm still working on some lighting aspects. Not quite set on this. Right back here, this is the Constitution. And I'd like it a little bit more prominent. As you can see, I believe you can see it a little bit better in the full view. No, actually, you can see it worse. It's covered up by the Zoom chat. So we'll figure out what we need to do with that. Like I said, I've got to tweak things to make sure that they are visually working right. The lighting is right. Lighting's pretty good. Folks can see my Ruger 6-shooter, 45, black powder ball and cap. Got my small hunting knife. You're all familiar with the birdhouse, the old-timey police station birdhouse, or a policeman birdhouse. Over here I've got a decorative old-timey watch. It is an old watch, but it's an old-timey watch in a crystal dome. Got my duck, of course, and duck, there we go. Duck up there. Everybody's got to have a duck. Spurs up above there. You can't see them very well. I got another lens for my video camera up there. Right over, there we go. There is the wood block. There we go, going closer. That another one of the followers sent in. That was Judy. Judy sent that in. And on the other side, I've got my TAM on the top shelf. It's actually, it is the top shelf. Got the TAM. I've got to puff that up so it looks better in camera. A pipe, a colonial smoking pipe called a tavern pipe. Yeah, think of Lord of the Rings. What Gandalf smokes is really a tavern pipe. My still photography camera on this shelf right up there, right up there, and selection of lenses. I have part of a pewter collection down there with a colonial style yet elegant hourglass. And of course, we've got one of the monitors in front. We've got another, and you can't see it. And, of course, my flag. Both of the bookshelves are lit separately. They are lit, and I can do color correction on them, blue, red, white. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to work best. And of course, we have the two camera perspectives, the the up close. This is pretty close to what folks were normally used to watching, and of course the full. Now the full, it's not cropped in at all. That's exactly out of the camera. That way, if I go on other shows or I need to do Zoom meetings, I don't get to control what's cropped in. This is the signal going out. And if they want to crop it in to something similar to this close-up or center me in it, they can do that, but they're not going to get any crap not intended in the shot. However, as folks have seen, there really isn't any bad views to be seen. Oh, here we go. We'll bring you some shots here. This is the shelves. Like I said, you got the Constitution there, but it's being covered up with the Zoom meeting right now, most of it. I'm going to have to work on that. The Ruger is actually propped up using a deer antler. And again, deers are very special, have a special meaning for my family. There's the Life is Better in Cowboy Boots, the old-timey police cruiser, Birdhouse. I showed you it's actually Birdhouse. Has a hole on the other side and a little stick out for the birds to sit on. And the watch and my small hunting knife. Let's see if we can bring up, for folks who may not follow my other online content, here is I'm going to give you a swing of the new studio. We got a corner. I've already used that for some whiskey photography. There is my sitting and playing station. When that's used for photography and or videography, you will not see the video camera that's currently in frame, because it won't be in frame. It'll be swung out of the way. That's where it is out of my my live studio setup. That's where it is. Now we come back in. Hey, there's my setup. I told Judy that I'd put up pictures after I got my clock. See, there's my clock. Nice. You folks can't see it. It's not in frame, but I can look over to my right and I can see it, and that's fine. And there's the bookcases and the flag backdrop. I liken this to my Dr. Octopus station. While I'm sitting in it, nothing's bothering me, but as you can see, there's lights everywhere. There is a gooseneck light right there that lights my direct desk. So when I'm working, I can see, and when I hold things up for the camera, it's lit. Got my the camera, of course, right here in the fixed frame. I'm going to let Connie into the Zoom room. 2 lighting. I've got a ring light over to my right, and I have a bounce reflector, or a bounce umbrella light to my left, which is this is my key light here. And then this over here is just a fill light. And here is a light here, and there's another one right there, which both light up these bookcases. Of course, I've got my mixer, my audio stuff, my 2 studio speakers, my studio monitors, Bose. There's another view of where I work. That's where I put out content, write up, and do videos. There's another view. That's how it is when I walk into the studio, and I got to climb back in there while I walk back in there. That's what it looks like, except like if I'm standing up, looking down at my workstation, and you can see the other parts of the studio. And here is my sound treatment. This is not to make the room quiet. It does not stop sound. What it does is it mitigates sound bounce. So you reduce echo and sound bounce. And there's the door coming into the studio. So I might be putting up some more shelves and stuff like that. But we will see how that goes. So that is my studio. I was hoping before this project started out, I had told you folks, yeah, and camera and everything else. I wanted the studio to come in about about $1,000. Wrong. As you know, my video equipment and everything blew that out of the water. We're probably at over $5,000 for the studio. So, as always, if anybody would like to help offset any of this cost, they can use the links in the show. In the description of the show. Long day, long week. At the end of the weekend, you can use the description. Use the links in the description of the show. There's folks can donate if they'd like to send some things. I talked to I think it was Laurel. It was Laurel, right? You were talking about coffee mugs because I'd posted up a short video, text thing on my Facebook page. But no whiskey, and no, I don't have any whiskey in the studio, in the Whiskey Cowboy studio, because that's downstairs. I've got my shelves with whiskey downstairs. I don't drink whiskey in the studio. I take pictures of whiskey. I'll do whiskey videos, but there's no need in me keeping the whiskey up here. So then that Laura was like, how about coffee mugs? Well, I only actually use 2 or 3. There's usually 2 that are my go-tos. Right, Laurel says, as you drink coffee. Right, I drink coffee every show. Tonight's coffee is blueberry muffin from Dunkin' Donuts brand coffee. It's absolutely wonderful. So if folks would like to send coffee mugs, there's an address in the description of the show. They can send me coffee mugs. I may put up a coffee rack, a coffee mug rack, or a coffee shelf or 2 if folks want to send me coffee mugs that they think that I might enjoy on the show. And just like the coffee, when I go to a new coffee mug for the show, I'll show people. Everyone knows this show. This one. This is the one my youngest got me. It says, this dad is the man, the myth, the legend, 100% authentic, one of a kind. And that's my go-to coffee mug for the show. Well, that and the Orca. So that is that. Hey, Connie, go ahead and say something. I want to make sure that the audio is coming in on Zoom. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry about that. I had that turned on. If you said something, say it again. I'd had the intro volume turned down. Hey, there we go. I heard you clearing your throat. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I tried a couple times, but I don't know if I have everything on here right.
No, you were right. I had done the same thing. Remember when I cut the intro music, so I cut all the sound except for my mic, and then I forgot to turn it back up. So I was like, oh shit, looked over here, and yep, that's I did not turn back on the general sound for the show. So yes, you were doing fine.
Cool. Everything looks really nice and neat and set up, and I know you still got some tweaks you want to do to your new little office. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. It's come along well. It's me. This is this is the Whiskey Cowboy. If you were to take the way I dress and the way I present myself every day, and you were to turn it into a studio or a room or an office, this is what it would look like. So, it's a good representation. It's very nice to work in here, and I don't have to worry about sharing space in my weight room, so I can just go all at it there.
I just adore your cute little cop car.
Oh, isn't that nice? Me and the missus were out. I forget where we saw that, and like, oh, that is just awesome. It's a birdhouse. Like I said, it's a birdhouse. It's got a hole in the other side where the door is. It's got a hole in it. It's about that big around, and then it's got a little perch sticking out. It's a short little perch. It's size proportionate, and I just turn it. That's away, so it's like, oh, it's just a wooden cop car. So.
Just perfect for a little jailbird, huh?
Jailbird. Yeah. There's Judy. Judy says, hey, looks great. Hi. Hey, welcome to the show, Judy. Hey, Judy, you see? See up there? See that? There's your wood block. Judy had sent that in. I still have to work on getting the Constitution. I mean, you all know it's there, but it's got the Constitution over in the corner. It's totally covered up in the full view. Let's see, go back to the full view again.
Still a good reference to have around.
It is. It is.
We have one.
So yeah, I just, like I said, a little tweak here and a little tweak there. I am done spending. I'm done spending. Me and the missus was going. I was like, okay, this costs that, and it's like, holy shit. Yeah, busted that budget wide open. But she's tickled pink that the studio's up and running, and we had done a similar thing for. She's got her own office as well. But
cool.
We had done that years ago when we first moved in. Similar colors, too. Similar colors, but hers is lighter, much lighter. So she's got her office. Now I have the studio, and again, I just had the studio with my weight room. Now it's not. So how you feeling, Connie?
Well, I'm maintaining. How's that?
Well, that's better than not.
Yeah.
Hey, did Navy win?
No.
No, okay. Were they playing Army or Air Force? Who were they playing?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Of course.
Well, of course. I have no idea. Don't they play the Army too?
Yeah, well, the Air Force is always going to kick their butt, but on December 9th, we'll be playing Army, and we have a half a chance.
Yeah, I don't watch football, but you were excited about it. And how'd your roast turn out?
Awesome,
fantastic.
Yeah, I cooked it with tomatoes, onions, and carrots. It was a pork shoulder roast, and I'm going to shred up the rest of it and make some other goodies with it.
Oh, good.
I've got a couple more meals.
Yeah. Well, it's just you and
Elliot.
And Elliot.
Yeah.
So
and he liked it a lot.
Well, good.
So he liked it with the tomatoes.
Now, did you have guests over for the game, or was it just you and Elliot?
Just me and Elliot,
okay.
And he's ex-Navy, so you know.
Yeah.
He's got to
I get it.
That.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm former Army, but I could give two shits about the games. But I don't watch pro football either, so.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't watch the Broncos or Cowboys or anybody.
Yeah, when I was in, I used to watch, and I had Dallas as my team. Not because I cared, but it's just, America's team. That and the Patriots, but it was Dallas. They were on a roll back then, and I had an Air Force buddy, and he was from Buffalo. So it was just, he had the Buffalo Bills, and I had Dallas Cowboys, and so that was a little rivalry. Not because I gave two shits about the game, but just because I could screw with him.
Yeah, well, the game got sadder and sadder, and we finally We saw it to the end and then changed channels.
Oh, well.
No, I put that there so you could try it so you don't get sore. Try it. Oh. Elliot just came in from the office.
Well, hello, Elliot.
Hey.
See his new studio? He's got his shelf behind him. There's actually two of them. Can't see the other one.
Oh, you will in
And
a
I'm
second. Watch
covering the
this.
Constitution.
There you go.
Looks good.
Yeah, I was just working on redoing my website.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, for the business?
Yeah.
Heard you got a new pilot in?
Well, I had one. He lasted 4 days. Then he decided he wasn't going to do it the way I wanted it done. He quit.
Well, he's more than free to start his own business, I guess.
Well, that's what I kind of figured he'd hang around and see how to do that, but he knows more than I do.
Well, then he'll be all right then, right?
Yeah, he should be fine. Yeah.
Look at the little cop car. It's actually a bird cage.
A bird cage?
Birdhouse.
That's pretty funny. That's
birdhouse, yeah.
It's hollow on the inside, and it's got a hole on the...
That looks like the old cars that they used to use on that show called Highway Patrol. With
yes. Yeah, it's a mid-50s. It's a mid-50s model. Yeah. That's with a red dome light on the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was funny. Even when I got on the patrol, we still had patrol cars that you activated the siren by pushing the horn ring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we had a console, so that was nice. Not as fancy as they have nowadays, but yeah, we didn't have to do it that way.
Yeah, there was a time I'd been on the job about 3 years, and I worked an accident involving a patrol car because we had 5 different ways of activating the new siren and light setups. Just they had different setups on different cars, and it was a pain in the rear.
Yeah.
And this officer one afternoon couldn't get the siren to come on because he wasn't used to that particular model. So I went to the Academy for in-service a few months later, and last day, why they had the commissioner come in and talk to us, and his last thing was, "Does anybody have any questions?" And me being not as bright as I should have been, raised my hand, and everybody's looking at me like, "Are you stupid? You never want to ask questions of the commissioner." But I asked him, I said, "Why do we have 5 different ways of activating our emergency systems?" I told him about the accident. I said, "That needs to be changed." And within 3 months, it was.
Well, it just makes sense.
It was a liability thing.
Yep.
Hell. And in that case, because the officer couldn't get the siren to come on, some guy backed out of his driveway.
And you're not going to be guaranteed the same patrol vehicle every shift.
No,
so,
no, not in that area. I mean, we had Riverside. We had 85 officers and about 30 cars. Yeah, but of course, now years later, I worked in smaller offices where I was assigned a vehicle, so that was different. But that was mostly because I was the only one crazy enough to drive the Mustangs.
Yeah, we had vans, cars, and pickups.
Wow. Yeah, the guys over in the resident post up in the mountains, they all had Dodge Rams, big utility vehicles.
Yep.
And of course, they had 4-wheel drive and all that good stuff as well. But
yeah, get the right vehicle for the application.
Yeah, that was funny. We used to run in the wintertime. We'd run studded snow tires on all 4 corners. And somebody asked me one time, "Why do you put studded snow tires on the front?" I said, "Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be able to go if you can't steer."
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was more than once when we'd have freezing rain, and those roads have a ½ inch of ice covered with water, and that was nasty. I hated that. But those studded snow tires would let you get there.
Yep.
You couldn't walk on the pavement when you got there, but that's beside the point.
Well, just make sure you don't park too far away from where you need to be.
That's right.
So I was get a kick out of in the movies, and they always land like half a mile from where it's like, you can land closer. Just get closer to it. They come out and then they run. Oh, it's like, no, land closer.
Yeah.
Save yourself.
Closer you are, the more accurate your shots are.
Well, yeah, but they're never shooting right when they jump out anyways. But it's like they're gonna show up. It doesn't matter what is war or anything, rescue or what have you, and they're like, even adventure stuff. They'll land. They're out in the Arctic and they land. And then they've got to walk a half a mile. It's like, you can fly your damn helicopter closer.
That's why God made helicopters.
Yeah. Get in there.
That's right. I've on more than one occasion landed helicopters in the middle of the freeway to pick people up.
No, it's usually clear. Good and clear.
You got traffic stopped for 3 miles.
Don't have to worry about obstructions. Yeah, just stop the yahoos from moving, but you don't have trees and you don't have power lines.
I think the last time I did that, I had a motorcyclist passed a truck. The truck driver, after I granted him immunity, told me that he was doing about 75 in the 65 zone, and the motorcycle went by him like he was sitting still, easy 100 plus. And about 3 miles up the road, he comes up on that same motorcycle laying on the side of the road smoking. Because this guy had hit a cow at whatever speed he was riding. And at first I couldn't find the body. I couldn't hear nothing. I had to shoot the cow, because the owner said he didn't have a gun with him when he showed up. So we got it all cleaned up and ready to go. And the tow truck was leaving with the motorcycle, and I still hadn't found the body. And it's about 3:00 in the morning. And I hear a noise. And I finally find this guy over 200 feet from the point of impact. And called the Life Flight helicopter out of Redding, California. They came out and landed right in the middle of that highway, 2-lane Highway 44, and picked that boy up, and he lived. He survived that. How, I will never know, because he looked like mostly hamburger when they loaded him on the gurney. He was in bad shape. But based on the evidence, I figured he was running about 130.
Yeah, well, the body will bounce a ways.
Yes, it did.
It'll bounce a ways.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask Cowboy if he'd ever heard that song that you...
Oh, have you ever heard, what the hell's his name? Something Brown Jr. Sing Highway Patrol?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
I got a star on my car and a badge on my chest and a gun on my hip and the right to arrest.
No, never heard that. Never heard that one.
On my highway.
He's talking.
No, it's okay.
What?
No, I've never heard that one.
That's pretty funny.
What genre is that?
Huh?
What genre?
That's country western. He was the man that invented the double neck guitar.
Yeah, doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, I used to have a tape of it on a boombox in my patrol car. I'd pull up behind sheriff's deputies and turn on the PA and light it off.
You're such a... That was nerdy.
It was funny, though.
Hey, before I forget, we need to send some thoughts and prayers out to my brother from another mother over in Ireland.
Ian.
Big Al. He's been in the hospital a week now.
Oh.
He's on full-time oxygen and medication, and he is not doing very well. So
can't imagine with that kind of ding. Wow.
He's still waiting for a lung transplant. So.
Oh. Well, I wish him luck. He's going to need it.
Yep.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Yep. So what's that pistol in there up there?
That is a Ruger Old Army 45 black
Oh.
powder ball and cap.
I used to carry a Ruger single 6 44 Magnum that we loaded up to hunt hogs with out in California.
Yeah, this one's it's fun, but it's not something unless you got extra cylinders already loaded because it's black powder. Yeah, it's not something you'd want to. You take it out for fun. You take it out for fun. But if back in the day, if before they came out with the metal cartridges, they would have loved having this one because this one is like a Swiss watch, man. Absolutely beautiful. Fire anything, slick as shit. It's probably got say maybe a 2 pound trigger on it. Oh, smooth. It's beautiful. But yeah, not take unless you've got extra cylinders. It just because you can't load it on the fly.
No.
So,
Well, if we ever get out to New Hampshire, we'll have to take John out shooting.
you're gonna take me out back and shoot me. Is that what you said?
No, well, that's not what she said. Sorry. Little misinterpretation.
If we ever make it to New Hampshire, we'll have to take you out shooting.
Yeah. Oh, I got some interesting old stuff.
Yeah.
So some of that's
the
going to be
pistol I carried on duty for most of my 20 years was a Colt Python.
Yeah.
357 Magnum, and it got about 2 years before I retired. It got to where the trigger was too light and it wouldn't pass the inspection.
Yeah, it's. I tell people if you're target shooting and competition shooting, go light. But if it's for duty, keep it as stock as possible because when you're amped up and you're high stressed, you don't want a super light trigger because you're gonna just cook something off. So it's like keep it the same way with rifles. They slick them up.
2.25 pounds.
Yeah. 2.25. It's again in this one. I think it's maybe 2.5. Yeah. That's fine, but that's not good for high stress. I like a good somewhere between 5 and 7 pounds. If people get they get their new ARs and they slick them up and they go, yeah, I'm going to put like 1.5 pounds. It's like, no, you're stupid. You want 5 to 7 pounds because when you're under stress, all you got to do is just touch the damn thing and you're going to cook a round off. So, you want a heavy pull.
Yeah. So at any rate, there was a gunsmith there in Lassen County in California that was the Colt forensic gunsmith. And he polished that sucker up. And when I got it back, you can lay a penny on the front sight and squeeze it off double action, dry fire, of course, but squeeze it off double action and that penny won't move. It is smooth as a baby's behind. Yep. But it's still got a 2.5 pound trigger.
Yeah, like I said, it's fine. I don't recommend that light when you're duty carrying. But hey, Peggy joined the show. She says hi there. I will definitely send prayers to Big Al. Thanks, Peggy.
Awesome.
You gotta stop bogarting John.
Elliot's excited. He's excited to be on the show again.
Well, I don't have any faults. But if I did, it'd be that I like to talk too much.
That's understandable. Gus should be joining the show today too.
Cool. Very cool.
Dinner's just about ready.
Oh, cool. Well, Connie says dinner's just about ready. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, enjoy your dinner.
Oh, I will. It's lasagna.
Oh, there you go. So you had a beef roast and lasagna in the same day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely a meat eater. I always like that saying, I didn't climb to the top of the food chain to eat vegetables.
That's right. I believe in letting everybody do their part. And I let my meat take care of the vegetables for me. And then let them process it and eat them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's right. You know, cows eat grass.
Yeah.
And I eat cows. That
Yeah.
makes me a vegetarian, right?
Yes. Yay. Yeah.
Sure.
This is 2023. Damn right.
That's right.
Laurel says, my hubby always lightened the trigger on a few of my guns, but never on any of my carry guns for that reason. Yeah. If your everyday carry or duty, do not slick them up. Slick up the action, but don't lighten the trigger.
Yeah.
And Gus is there. He says, I've been listening. Hey, Gus.
Hi, Gus. You can't tell who else is on the Zoom or with the YouTube. It's
No.
hard to know.
No, unless you're watching both.
Yeah.
And folks can do that, but you generally need two devices. So you watch it on the phone, on Zoom, and watch on your computer or your TV. I think Judy does it on her TV.
Yeah,
she
we've
runs
got it
the
on
actual
TV right now.
Yeah, you run the actual and then turn the volume off. Turn the volume off, and then just keep your volume on your cell phone or whatever you're running Zoom on.
Yeah.
Yep.
On Zoom. But I can't tell if anybody else is making comments or sitting around. And I think we're bogarting this conversation.
No, I try to get in whenever they write up. Yeah, because you can't see the chat box
Yeah.
on the TV. You can on a cell phone, you can on a computer or a tablet. But we've determined that you can't. Can you? Can you
Not on the TV.
Yeah, Judy, how do you do the? Oh yeah, Judy says that you do the chat box on your cell phone, right, Judy? We were trying to get that figured out the other day. And Donna says I Zoom on the computer. Okay, so she Zooms on the computer and then she watches. Now, where do you watch the show, Donna? Do you watch that on your TV or do you watch that on your cell phone? And Judy says yes. Yeah, so she does the chat box on her cell phone and then she watches the show on the TV. That was Judy.
If you tap the screen where it's black again.
Do what?
A while ago I had something that said chat and I typed hell yeah. But it won't come up now.
Oh, but it won't come up now? And what was that on?
It's on the iPhone.
Try up at the top. See where the white letters.
Yeah, it must have been right, but that's not on your TV. That's on your.
No.
Yeah, it's on your phone.
I don't know how to make.
Well, say good night, Connie.
Good night, Connie.
Good night.
Good night, John.
Good night, Gracie.
I love those two.
All right, we'll see you later.
Hey, enjoy your evening. Enjoy your meal. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey, no problem.
Love your show.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, talk
Thank you.
later.
Bye. Okay.
There we go. She's still there. No, you're still there. You're still there. She's like, what am I doing? There she goes. There she goes. Donna says Zoom's in a separate screen. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you're running two screens, Zoom and the show on two monitors. It was good. Elliot's on fire again. Elliot's on fire. But yeah, I can actually read without popping up larger. Because what I did is I moved all my monitors closer. So I'm losing real estate on my workstation, but I'm moving. I can get things much closer. I can actually reach out and actually touch the screens now, where before I couldn't. Yeah, there we go. Didn't even have to lean forward. Yeah, two monitors are definitely the way to go. I'd like 3. I've got another one, an even larger one, but I got to see what's crapping it up. Judy says they sounded great. Glad they stopped in. Yeah. Hope that Connie continues to head down the path of recovery and feeling better. And then again, we got Al. We're all getting to that age. It's one thing after another. It's like, holy crap. Holy crap. So is there any other housekeeping news out there with folks? Anything that, with the new setup and everything, that folks think that they might want changed or tweaked a little bit? Like I said, I got to work on the getting the Constitution better in view. That's kind of difficult. And how's the video? How's the video and audio? Everything working out? Because this is the first time, so I have no idea. Have no idea. Let me go full screen. Judy says it's excellent, good, fantastic. Fantastic. Laura says good so far. How's the volume on your end? Is it about 2/3 to 3/4? Donna says I like the setup. Good. Good, fantastic. Donna, did you see the stills of the studio? Judy says, I absolutely love it. Yeah, the missus loves it too. It's nice. It's me. It works out fine. I have no echo in the room. Comfy. Good to work. Good to work. I'll be able to put out even better content and more of it since it's set. I don't have to mess with things. No, I was like, okay, let me pull up for you. Peggy says everything looks great. Love the new studio. Here you go, Donna. This is a round robin of the studio there. And that was that. Couple shelves need to go up still, but it is functional. Need a tweak on what's going to go where on the shelves, and like I said, I'm running 2 perspectives, close up, much like the original show. And then the full one. Okay, what are you talking about? Donna says, "Wow, love it. Thank you. What shelf would you like to know about?" We've got down here. This is all various pewterware. I've got some tankards and bigger tankards and cups and shot-sized glasses and intermediate glasses. And then right here is a rather elegant, but it is a colonial period hourglass. Up above it is, you can't see it very well right here, but this big black thing is my Nikon and various lenses. And I got my TAM up above there. I'm going to fill that up so that it puffs up, so it'll be easier to see. What else do I got up there? Oh, and yet right up in the corner. This is actually a oil lamp. Oh, the stuff above that's all camera and lenses. Then on this other side, I got my duck, got my spurs, but you can't see them very well. So like I said, I got to figure that out. Another lens, one more lens for my video camera. The other lenses are down here. Then I have there, you've got, let's go. Oh, I'll show you what all that is. Watch this. Watch this. Here you go. That's what those two shelves are. You've got the Constitution. You've got the classic cavalry style holster for the Ruger Old Army, black powder ball and cap. Small hunting knife. The pistol is held up with a deer antler. And of course, you've got your patrol car, 50s era. It's a birdhouse. Life is Better in Cowboy Boots, sent in by Judy. And this is an old watch on display. And that should be that. Whiskey bottles. No whiskey bottles. I don't drink in the studio. So it doesn't make sense to bring whiskey and just put it up in the studio. I take pictures and I'll do videos of it, but I drink down in the living room. So I've got my shelves in the living room, and that's where I keep my whiskey. Laurel suggested coffee cups. It's like, yeah, I got a couple, but if folks would like to add to the coffee cup collection, and they'd like to send me a coffee cup or whatever, something catches your eye, you can send it to the address in the description, and we'll work it into the show, and we'll give it a spot here in the studio. Peggy says, my parents had whiskey barrel furniture, and I love yours. Thank you. Yeah, that was something. that was something getting it up, because they're heavy, and I could have brought it up with a dolly and I had it strapped down, but the wheels of the dolly kept getting caught underneath the lip of the steps, so I couldn't do it. So I called my youngest, and she showed up, and I'm like, yeah, I only need you for about 5 minutes. Just get on the steps and just pull everything while I lift the barrel up. Just pull it in, on the step. So Donna says, drink close to the ground. Close to the ground. It's in coffee grounds. So we got it up there. And it was planned to be over in the other section where the bar height black chair is. Not enough room. So it's like, oh, now I got 3. So instead of 2 shooting stations, I got 3 in the studio. So that works out just fine. Again, tonight's coffee, blueberry muffin from Dunkin' Donuts. First floor. Yeah, but my bedroom's on the second floor, so I don't get drunk, so it doesn't. Well, don't get drunk often. Don't get drunk often. But yeah, normally it's 1 to 3 pours in an evening. Sometimes I'll do 5. But it's normally 1 to 3. 2's about average. No, it's just that I don't. That's where we're sitting. Or I'll take it out by the fire. Take it out to the Frankenzebo. Take it out to the Frankenzebo. Yeah, and the missus, she, I drink whatever I want to drink, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I can't make it upstairs, I'm where I'm at, because she ain't carrying me. Yeah, she's not carrying me. Yeah, Gus is joining the room. Gus and Sally. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Did the hell's the bird's name again?
Lucy.
Lucy. She calmed down now.
Oh yeah, but
Right now she is.
right now
She was wound up earlier.
Yeah.
That was earlier, wasn't it? Or was that yesterday?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. All these days just blend in with each other.
Well, that's because we're not talking, so she doesn't want to get involved in the conversation.
Oh yeah, well she was wound up.
Oh yeah. Until I walked in, then she saw me, and then she calmed down.
So how are you two doing?
Oh, well, we're doing good.
Yeah. Good. Damn it. Oh my goodness. What do you think of the show's look?
It looks good.
Good.
It does. It looks really good.
Like she's gonna have to burn everything down. It's like oh no.
The only thing, it's just an observation.
No, go ahead.
But the having the pew pew up there,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that will hurt things.
No, it's fine. I know other shows that have a displayed firearm or two. Yeah, so it's not worried about that.
Yeah, that was my only thought. I was like, oh well.
No, and that was a conscious choice.
Yeah, I figured it was.
I mean, I could have put it. Let's see, go back over to the. I could have put it on one of the other shelves because they're not in the shop very often.
Much.
But no, it's like no, fuck it. That's where it's going, right there.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah, well, you know how I feel about that. It's like,
yeah. Oh no, I get it.
F them. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I can say it.
Yeah, you can say it. You just can't type it.
Yeah.
And it's long enough. If I was monetized, which I'm not.
Yeah.
As long as it's not within the first like 3 or 4 minutes.
They don't pay attention.
They don't pay attention. They run their
AI.
their checks, when the first 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
As long as you're not cursing and stuff, then they leave you alone. Unless it's reported later. But yeah. Again, I'm not making money off of monetization,
Yeah.
I could have just left it as I'm not making money. Yeah. So yeah, fuck him. It's a cool gun, damn it. It's a nice one. It's that slick. Oh, slick gun. They wish they had them in the 1830s.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good to hear from Connie and Elliot.
Connie, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Drew says, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yeah, as always, if anybody has any any suggestions or things that they think that can be tweaked. Or I'm still working on lighting, but
Looks fine to me.
yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, hell, that was another freaking damn near $70 in lights just to light those two bookshelves separately. It's like, Jesus, one thing after another. Like I said, we it's like, yeah, you know, you guys heard us. Like, yeah, I'm going to move into a new studio. I'm looking to invest maybe $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, missed that mark. Oh my goodness, missed that mark.
What, by 10 cents?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But the missus is fine. She's like, don't worry about it. She said, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. It's because it's a nice studio. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop all the time when I was first starting out with stuff. And then everybody's talking about how do you build a studio, how you do this and how you do that and everything. They make it look so easy, and and you just put this, and it's like, yeah, well, if you're starting out, I mean, a lot of my equipment I already had.
Yeah.
So that was fine. But if you're starting out with nothing and you want a decent setup, it's not cheap. You're gonna pay. There is no cheap way out, unless you can start with a cell phone with a stand, and hell, you could even put the stand on a damn, folding coffee tray thingy, whatever. What do they call those things? What do they call those things you eat on them?
Tray table.
Tray table. Yeah, the folding ones. Yeah. Put your TV dinner on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that and then just pick a wall that doesn't look too bad. You could do that, but I'm telling you, it ain't going to last very long. If you want interaction, if you want to be able to control your audio, you want to control all of your media that's going in, that setup is not going to work. It's not going to work. Not for long. Not for long.
No.
But, yeah. So here we are. It's great. Worked out of the studio up here a couple days now. It's wonderful. I don't have to worry about the weights in the weight room, and I don't have to worry about working around things. It's nice and comfortable. I throw Pandora on, and it runs through my speaker systems, and it's do my internet surfing and my researching and put shit out, and it's nice. Still have smell, because you got the paint, and then you got the
Right.
chemicals that was in the sound panels, and so yeah, there's that. That'll get taken care of. I've already Febrezed it a couple times, and I've got air freshener, those hockey puck things.
Yeah, but it makes you, it lets you know that it's new.
Oh, it's new. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, and the carpet, because again, they're not the carpet, the rug. They all have that smell. There's the chemical smell from the new shit. But
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. It'll be gone. It'll be gone.
Yeah, you are. You're bitching.
Yeah, you know me. Do you have an air purifier? No. Well, my lungs and my nose hairs and
Yeah, your nose hairs. Yeah.
my air purifier. No, I don't have a separate air purifier. This will all get taken care of. Like I said, this is just new stuff. I've got 50 panels up, 50 sound mitigation panels. Thank you. I think it was Judy. I think Judy paid for those. Judy, you paid for those, didn't you? I think Judy paid for those sound panels. Oh, that's good. But no, Laurel, I don't have a air purifier. Judy says yes. So thank you, Judy. It all adds up. Like I said, we were going over how much we put into it. It's like, holy shit. Wow. Because you don't think about it. You know,
No.
well, it's $50 here. It's $120 here. It's $75 there. It's another, $60 there. You go, okay, that's all fine and well, but then when you just roll them in together, you go, wow. Wow, that's a lot of money. So here we are. But it's worth it. It's an investment. It's an investment.
Oh, no.
Look better than some of those guys. You can clearly tell they're just sitting in a bedroom and throwing up.
Yeah.
I think actual justice warriors like that. It's like, dude, you've got a big following. You actually make money. Build a set. Get a nice environment to be in. But yeah. So yeah, I think it looks nice. My mic, you see now, you can see the mic boom.
Yep.
There it is. It disappears. It's still there, but you don't see it because everything's dark back there. It's down now, so I can shoot my eyes. I look directly over the top of it, where before it actually came up into one of my monitors in my line of sight. So I was looking through it. Now it's low. All these little, just tweak here, tweak there. Camera's a little higher than it was. It's back about, coffee, about 1.5 feet further. That's just so that if I didn't need, there we go, we'll go back to here. If I didn't need this, which is the full shooting studio, this part of the studio. So that's from edge to edge of the bookshelves. If I didn't need that, I could bring it in closer and make it just look like this at full screen. But I can't because I need the full width. And as I explained, that's so that if I send it out, like let's say I have to Zoom somebody else or go on some other show, and I send my signal, then I send that one. I send the full. And then they can use it however they want to. They can crop it in and they can just come in just on my face, or they can go full. It usually depends upon how many people there are on the show and the aspect of them. In other words, if you've got if you got 2 people and you're showing a lot of area, then both of them shows a lot of area. If you got 2 people and they're cropped in, then you crop in. If you got 3 that are cropped in, they're generally cropped in the aspect and the weight of how big they are in their box is the same with all the people on the show. So this just gives them everything to work with. Okay, you want it me small, big studio, there you go. If you want it close up, then crop it in. If that makes sense. I'm rambling.
Yep.
Going. There's a method to the madness. There should always be a reason. So if you're doing something you don't know why, know why. You shouldn't ever do anything and not know why. There's got to be a reason for it. So the video's still smooth for everybody. Yes? I'm not glitchy. Like when I turn my head, it's smooth. See, I'm getting glitch on mine, but I think that's just processing on my computer. Should be going out smooth.
I can't answer that.
You can't? Sally won't let you, or
No.
you're not watching?
I have no way of watching.
Oh, why not? You usually watch, don't you?
No. No, I don't. I usually just listen.
Oh, well. Judy says, smooth as butter. Good. And that's what I thought. It just gets glitched on my Streamlabs software. but when it goes out, it should be smooth. Judy also says, I really like it. My decor in my house is all cowboy, cowgirl, Western. It's what I love, so it feels good to me. You look natural in that setting. Well, thank you. It's me. My house is... I decorated my house. I've decorated all of our houses. But it's not Western. I don't live in a Western house. I've got Western stuff, but it's just I don't know, classic. It's just classic decor. It's classic. Peggy says yes. I have no idea what yes was for. Maybe smoothness. But yeah, I'm gonna have company over. I'm gonna have Gus and Sally over to have dinner a couple weeks from now. I'm gonna feed them up good. Sit by the fire. Gus is like, oh, unless it's 20 degrees. No, it's by a fire. Just build a hotter fire.
Stones around the fire.
What was that, Sally?
I said we'll sit really close together, but we'll be sitting on the stones next to the fire.
Oh yeah, there's no stones in the Frankenzebo, but yeah, you're pretty close to the fire anyways. There's not a lot of space, but yeah. And it's 3 sides anyways. The back is closed in, the sides are closed in. So,
Yeah.
I tell you, sometimes I build a fire and there's like, whoa, little less is fine.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Or you throw an old cardboard box in there. You go from that's a fire to, oh my God, that's a fire. Because cardboard boxes will go up quick.
They do.
Throw some heat out.
But they go away fast.
They do go away fast, but that doesn't help you if you burn off all your facial hair. It's like, wow. Holy crap.
You got more facial hair than I do. I only got a mustache.
Yeah, I'll burn just a second and a half longer.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Oh, Peggy says to answer your question, the video and sound is great. Fantastic. Know what were you saying, Sally?
I said I don't want my hair to go up in flames.
No, just lean back. Lean back. That's what the missus does. She leans back. Like, holy crap. No, normally it's not like I'm roasting people. It's normally everything is fine. We tend to do we throw in a Duraflame log. It's called a Duraflame log. Isn't that what they call it? Duraflames. Not the fake logs.
Yep.
We throw that in there. And then we'll just take some other wood and we'll just put it on. So it augments it. Yep.
Yeah, don't buy wood.
We've got plenty.
I'll remember that. No, but I can't. I don't think we've ever bought wood. We always somehow we end up we get more wood. Either small tree gets taken down or some limbs get taken down. We had something. Yeah. We'll have to take Zippy over to Gus's place and pop the back and fill it with wood.
Yep.
I mean, it lasts a long time if you're not heating your house with the wood.
Oh yeah.
You're only gonna burn it whenever you're out with the fire pit.
Well, it's funny because up at camp, you would think that we would burn quite a bit of wood up at camp, but we actually don't.
No. What evening in the morning maybe? Morning if it's a cool morning?
No, we don't even bother in the morning.
You don't even bother in the morning with a fire and coffee? What the hell's wrong with you guys?
And then
most of the time it's really hot.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hot.
Oh.
And then at night during the summer, it's usually hot. So when it's 85 degrees, I don't want a fire. So then during at night the mosquitoes are out. Bad.
Donna wants to know what model my Nikon is. It's a D7100. Trusty workhorse. Takes great shots. Could use more glass. Could always use more glass. All my best glass are my primes. But because to get good zoom lenses, multifocal length lenses with that are good, it's wow, a lot of money. Donna says, nice. Yes, it is. Old now. It's not a new model. It's old compared to what a lot of people have, but it's a good camera. Good camera. Done a lot with that. Good wildlife camera. Okay, mosquitoes. Yeah. You get those amber lights and you got a 5300, yeah. Yeah, it's a couple series back. Take good pictures. People don't realize how good a picture you can take with less equipment than what you think. Get good lenses. I've said this time and time again. Get a decent camera body. You don't have to have the latest. If you have to sacrifice the body and put your money in lenses. Because you can have the best camera body in the world and put crappy lenses on it, you're going to get crappy pictures. You have a mid-range camera body, put great lenses on it, you're going to get great pictures. As long as you know how to take a picture. But yeah, it's the lenses, the glass. Glass is where it's at. That's why when I got the new video camera for the studio and video work, what's the body that's going to do the best, that I need to do within a certain budget, and then what's the glass that everybody wants? That's what I got. I got the best glass for it. Donna says, I've got a lot of those filters and about 4 lenses. Beautiful pictures. And then you've got, you get yourself a good photo editing software. I use Lightroom and Photoshop. Don't use Photoshop much anymore. Used to use Photoshop before Lightroom became really available for the masses. So I got Photoshop and Lightroom, but I do most everything in Lightroom. And then just take good pictures. know how to take a good picture. Because a lot of people don't. The camera will not do that for you. like owning a sniper rifle doesn't make you a sniper. You got to put in the work. Owning a race car doesn't make you a race car driver. You got to put in the work. Owning a good camera doesn't make you a good photographer. You got to put in the work. Yeah, Donna says Lightroom. Yep. Yeah, that's what I use. I've used Adobe products exclusively from 25 years now, I think, at least. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. So what else we got going on, folks? Crickets. Yeah. Judy, how is it on the big screen? Still crisp? And I know you guys can't hear any background hum or anything.
Nothing.
Of course, I didn't bring the AC over, so the AC's not on, the fan's not on. It's just quiet. I can hear the computer fan and stuff like that, but I know the mic isn't picking it up. Donna says, my media room is old camera and old pics. Yeah. Judy says, excellent. Fantastic. Yeah, I got, down here, you can't see it. I got the, Super 8, baby. And then, what else? Oh, it's over there. It's in another part of the studio. I got the Bell and Howell projector. I'll find a spot for it. Probably take it and open it up because it's in a case. It comes in a case. And you take the case off and then you just move the arms up and stuff like that. So I'll probably open it up and then put a reel on it. Getting used to this. Put a reel on it just for visuals. Yeah, I set up. I think about a month ago. We got a carousel slide projector as well. The same kind they used to have. And they go tick chink tick chink tick chink. Schools had, so we got one of those. And went over a bunch of my father's old slides. We set it up in the living room and just click through. And it's like, yeah, there I am right there. There's me as a kid. Have a couple canoe shots where I told folks I grew up canoeing. And yeah, it's me. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old, sitting in the front seat, canoeing down the river. It's like, oh my God, look at those pants. I'm wearing like it looked like old man golfing pants. It's like, yeah, that's what we wore. It was the days, you know. So yeah, the missus got a kick out of that. You go, John, you're going to have to show us. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, 2 of them. I think it was 2 of them with me. None of the other kids. Couldn't find any of the pictures of any of the other kids in there. In those slides. But I would just... It's funny. Got to get out. God, I want to get out at least one more time before it gets too cold to go canoeing. Like, man, I was like gangbusters this spring. It's like, yeah, spring and early summer, getting out there, and then the shit went to hell, and got no time, and then it was raining. I mean, about ready to build an ark. So what a crappy year. And then this fall, I remember I wanted to get out, take Zippy up through the White Mountains. Well, didn't get that done. Well, shit, I've been going to Vermont for those 2 weeks every day. Then the missus had a heart attack. Oh, man. Oh, if it ain't one thing or another. Oh, but back to that news. Folks that may not have, I wrote up about it. She went in on Friday to get her test done again. And they were aiming for perfect heart is 60 to 65% flow rate. She was at 30 right after the heart attack. That was a month ago. And they tested her heart. And they didn't tell her. They didn't tell her. And they just said, you don't need to talk to the doctor. So we came home, and then later on she got her results. Because you can get all that stuff online. So she got her results and went over the numbers. Remember, 60 to 65% is optimal. That's good. There's nothing wrong with your heart. That's where it needs to be pumping at its best. Unless you're like a super athlete or something like that. Yeah, Yeah, 60 to 65. It's as if she'd never had the heart attack. No damage to the heart walls. There's not any problems. So we made sure that her diet was right for that month. Right amount of activity versus non-activity, that she wasn't lifting anything or exerting herself. And we just did what we were supposed to do. And ta-da, we were expecting it, a month to a year and a half before she gets back to, a month. So
Yeah.
there you go.
It was great news, though.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. And she's like, "Oh, thank you so much for all you did." I said, "I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything." Judy says, "That's so awesome. God is good." Yeah, maybe God was finally like, I think we've thrown enough at them. Give them a little reprieve. But yeah, super stoked. It's like, oh, it's wonderful. So we came into this weekend. It was the end of the week, the middle of the week on. She was a bit nervous going in for her tests, but I'm like, no, you're gonna do fine. And so it's been good. Get the studio done, up and running. She's got a clean bill of health now. She's going to talk to her primary care physician and see about getting rid of the one medication that she's on. It was supposed to help with her heart to heal. It's like, since her heart's fine, there's no need for her to be on it. Oh man, my nose itches again. I don't know what the hell it is. But yeah. So she should be off of that medication again here very shortly. Now we're back to normal, except for making sure there's oil in the tank. so we're warm this winter. We got plenty of food, paying our bills, doing fine. That said, though, anyone who likes to who finds value in the content that I provide here and elsewhere, if you would like to help monetarily, please feel more than free to follow the links in the show description. If you've got anything that you would like to send to the show, either to have me try it out or something to put on the shelves someplace, just go ahead and send it. There's an address to send it to. Donna says, "I've learned so much about how our organs work watching Dr. G, medical examiner." Yeah. Our organs are very interesting. Our bodies are very interesting. We're very resilient. If you don't fuck things up, your body will pretty much take care of itself. And we just screw ourselves up. But yeah. So yeah, fantastic. We're doing great. I'm still watching the show roll out there, and yeah, I think we've pretty much nailed this new studio. Donna says, "Oil in the tank. That's what you call it." Yeah, and for the house heater, yeah, it's oil in the tank. I don't even know what the gas price is. Do you know what the oil prices are now, Gus?
I don't, because we don't use oil, so
yeah.
Propane.
Yeah. That's expensive too.
Yeah, everything's expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
I think natural gas is just a tad bit cheaper than propane, but it doesn't burn as hot. It's got less BTU per measurement, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, though, we swapped over from oil to propane, and it is so much cheaper, number one. And number two, we don't have to deal with all the fluctuating prices, because propane pretty much stays the same.
Seasonally, yeah.
Oil goes up and down like, the toilet every time you flush it.
Yep. Now, you running gas for your cooking as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have gas is on the dryer, which the next time we buy one, it will happen.
You'll have gas. Yeah. We don't have gas here, so we'd have to go propane. Now we could have, they were running new lines up and they said, yeah, if you want it run to your house now, we'll do it for free. But if you don't and you want it run later, you're going to pay for it. But it's like, we don't have gas stove or anything and we're running oil.
Yeah.
But we're running a monitor style heater now for the house. And that is substantially more efficient than the old, off boiler oil heater that we had. Who was it? Wells? Is it Wells? McLean. Wells McLean.
McLean.
Yeah.
It's the same burner and pump as what I had in my oil furnace.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that the efficiency on most oil is between 80 and 85%, and the efficiency on propane is like 95 to 96%.
Right.
So you get so much more for it.
Well, you do, but we were already set up to run oil.
Right.
So
no,
and again, with the monitor system, our efficiency is fantastic. It's amazing. And then we run water. We got electric water heater. Not happy about that, but it is what it is because we didn't have a gas line in. Donna says natural gas here is still too high. Yeah. Now you're running natural gas from the city, Donna, as opposed to tanked. I think most communities that are running gas lines, it's natural gas. It's handy. Everything's handy, but yeah. And I said a lot of variables went into why we were going to put in wood. It's like, no, then I'm going to have to put in a new chimney. Even though it's like a class 3 runs it out the outside, but Donna says, yeah. So you're looking at another $5,000 just for the chimney, and it's like, Jesus, one thing after another. we had a few rough years there. We hear people bitching about stuff. It's like, yeah, well, you know what? We don't have hot water now, so shut up. It's like, be thankful, and we're thankful for everything. Thankful for everything. Donna says the water heater is the original in the house. Gas. Yeah. So each time we upgraded, and it was fine when we put in our hot water. We had our first step was we ran a 4-gallon, I'll call it a camp heater. Oh man, my nose. They're just a small water heater. And we installed that, put it underneath we had one in the bathroom for the sink. And then we had one for the underneath the kitchen sink. So we had hot water then. It's like, okay, only 4 gallons at a time, but it's hot water. And then before that we were running, oh no, we did not in the sink in the bathroom. We ran it for the shower. Because before that we were heating our hot water on the stove. Talk about an electric bill going up. So we're heating our hot water on the stove and then taking that in and pouring it in a 5-gallon bucket. And then using a camp, you can get camp shower heads where you just hang it up and it's got the pump and you stick it into the bucket with the hot water and it sucks it up and then you got a shower. So it's like, okay, this is cool. So again, one step after, and then get the had to have our circuit panel futzed with and put in the new whole house hot water heater, and then before fall kicked in, had to put in the new monitor heater for the house. So again, one thing after another, and be thankful. It's just Lived our life. It was fine. We had everything we needed. It wasn't fun. We had everything we needed. Didn't ask for help. And just took care of things. And were thankful. Be thankful. See, so many people, another thing about people watching people get pissed off at their jobs. And so it's like, you got a job, right? Yeah? Steady job. Get good hours. Shut the fuck up. Go do your job. Nothing. Nothing. A lot of things irritate me. It really annoys the shit out of me going into. I don't care where I'm going into. I don't care whether it's a grocery store, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's Home Depot. It doesn't matter. When I see employees, clearly they don't want to be there, and they're all frigid and cold, and they're not friendly, and it's like, then fucking quit. But if you're at a job, do your job, do it well, and be glad that you have your job.
Yeah.
Peggy says, I had to replace my propane dryer a couple years ago, and gas dryers are hard to find. I bought a natural gas dryer and found the propane conversion stuff at Menards. Yeah, that's another thing. We had to replace our dryer this year, too. We went a year without a dryer. And that's fine if the weather's fine. What did it for us was the weeks on end of rain. If you got a couple good days in the summertime, you just make sure you get all your laundry done in those couple days. But when you're running for like 3 weeks with rain, you're like, oh no, you can't dry your clothes. So it was time. Okay, get a new dryer. And we got a new chest freezer we're going to get. We've settled on I think a 16 cubic foot.
Yeah.
Should do us fine. That should get us I think 500 or just over 500 pounds of meat should be able to fit into it. And it's like, yeah, that's fine.
Do you have a freezer now, or is it just your fridge?
We have a fridge and we have a stand-up freezer.
Okay.
But it's an old stand-up. So it's like, no.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the meat in the new chest freezer and then use the stand-up for like vegetables and taters and stuff like that. Like if you buy pot pies or what have you. And then keep the freezer for a refrigerator, which is also old. Go figure.
Yep.
Keep that for like your ice creams and your ice cubes and some vegetables, some stuff, but not right now. It's just packed. So it's like, yeah, it's time. It's time. So yeah, one thing after another. So there's another, what, $600, 600 and change.
Yeah.
Gone. It's like, oh man. It's like, oh, this year was supposed to be, I told you, chickens. That was it. That was our investment for this year, is the chickens. Boy, how we were wrong on that. Holy crap. Wow. But she does have her chickens. So I still have to get more footage and more pictures for folks of the chickens. Sorry. I've been Gus will tell you. I've been out straight. It's like one thing after another. So now I'm starting to settle in. It's like, okay, we'll get this settled. They're still not laying yet, the fuckers. You start laying. Yeah. Keep looking. Hey, where's the eggs? No eggs yet. Yeah, the missus is like, come on. Start giving us eggs now. Yeah, Laurel, no eggs yet. No eggs. I got to build some wind screens so that they can duck behind them. Right now they're ducking behind the door. Got a lower panel on the door going into the run. They duck behind that to get out of the wind. So I'm deciding whether I want to do a full wood screens on the front on both sides of the door, or build a frame and then put plastic on it. The plastic will allow them to see a little bit clearer through it, and we'll be able to at least look and see shapes. It's semi-clouded plastic, but be able to see some shapes. But we'll get it sorted.
During the winter, when we had chickens, I never let them out during the winter. They were all in the coop.
Yeah.
all winter long.
We're
So,
gonna let them. We're gonna let them choose. It's
yeah.
doesn't make any never mind to us how they want to do it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Peggy says, "Man makes plans, God laughs." No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So it's been a year. It's been a year. Like I said, here we are. Good things going ahead. Like I said, now I can knuckle down. A lot of the heavy lifting's done. I still have stuff to take care of at the property. Gus is going to give me a hand and drive over there and pick up some of the stuff and bring it back. Oh man, my nose itches. I'll probably put the property up for sale in the spring. What were you saying, Sally?
Nothing.
I was saying his nose is itching. He needs some more of that white fluffy powder. No, I don't know about. It's usually about an hour and a half into the show when my nose starts itching. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Well, if you want some white fluffy powder, it's snowing up
Stop.
north.
Stop.
Right.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not ready for that. No.
Yeah, me neither.
No. No.
And I'm not talking Mount Washington. Mount Washington has been covered in snow for probably a week and a half.
They can keep it. Oh, what a shitty fall. What a shitty fall we've had. Oh.
And summer.
Yeah.
And summer, yeah. Summer was horrible. On so many levels. It was like, oh, fall, we're gonna at least give us a week. And it's like, no, none of the colors were good. Half the trees were starting to get stripped before the others were even turning, and again, it's just crappy colors.
Well, today, as a matter of fact, we went over to my son, Hoppington, my son's house,
Mm-hmm.
and we drove over by Long Pond, which is the Concord's water supply, and we pulled up to the end of the road and looked, and it was beautiful. I mean, there was bright colors, and I'm like, holy crap. Sally's the one that brought that to my attention.
Yeah, we haven't seen shit here. Every once in a while you may find a decent tree, but most of them there's just no color. Just dingy.
Yeah. The whole thing all along like the shoreline, for the mile of it was all different, all the colors, red, yellow, and everything. It was beautiful.
Yeah, there used to be years though. I mean, you go back, 6-7 years. It didn't matter where you went; it just blaze everywhere. Beautiful colors. And there's those that are not familiar. New Hampshire has a shit ton of lakes, a lot of small lakes, medium-sized lakes, and it's just absolutely beautiful in the fall because then you get the hills out in the back of the lakes, and the blaze on the trees, and then the reflection on the water.
Yep.
It's just gorgeous.
Well, you've been down. I don't ever recall ever being anywhere south during this time of the winter, but I know like in Pennsylvania and even like Missouri and places like that, they get changing seasons. So
yeah, they do, but it's not. Yeah, it's not like New England. Yeah.
So
there's something about New England. Yeah. I've been further south. I've been, I don't consider Pennsylvania south, but even Pennsylvania isn't quite as good as New England is. And then the further south you get, it's no.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because that's why I'm asking, because I know like some of the other people that are on there tonight, what it's like down in their area, and I know it's not cold.
Yeah, it's not the same, because I mean even Alaska doesn't look like New England.
No.
The Northwest doesn't look like New England. There is no place in the country for foliage like New England. It's just that.
Well, there's actually no place in the world like it, because we get all kinds of people coming from all over the whole world.
Yeah.
You'll see busloads of
Yeah.
people from China, from
Yep.
all other countries, and you see them.
Yeah.
Especially if you go up on the Kangamangas.
Yeah, New England is a very special. I say New England is the Garden of Eden of the Americas. It's just there is something about, aside from liberal shenanigans. But again, that's not everywhere. In New Hampshire, live free or die. New Hampshire is more conservative, although you've got pockets of liberalism. But New Hampshire as a state is more conservative than most conservative states are.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks, oh, New England, it's the Northeast. They're all about, no.
No.
We're not Maine. We're not Massachusetts. We're not Vermont. We're not New York.
No, we're not a Bernie state.
We're not a Bernie state. Oh, people, oh, Vermont. Yeah. Shut up about Vermont. Socialist paradise it is. Judy says, it gets real beautiful here, but when I lived in Asheville, North Carolina, it was spectacular. Yeah, and North Carolina still doesn't touch New England. I have a brother down in the Asheville area. I talk about somebody who talks thick. Boy, he's got quite the accent. Laurel says, Tennessee mountains are nice. Here in Kentucky, we get colors, but nothing like Finger Lakes and New England. Right. There's something about New England. Now, what were you saying, Gus?
I said he's lived down there for a year or two.
Yeah, he's lived down there for a long time. I got another brother he's in Indiana. He lives in Indiana, outside South Bend, I believe.
He's in the flat territory.
Yeah, he's in the flats out by the lake.
Yeah.
Judy says hillbillies for sure. LOL, North Carolina. Yes, yes, there are. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, yeah. If you were to hear my brother, you'd be like, really? He's that's your brother? Yeah. He's rather thick, thick. It's funny.
Well, Sally's sister, one of her sisters, was born up here, and she's lived in Virginia a long time, and she has an accent, and it's funny to listen to. She's
I got family. I got family all over the place. I got a sister, and she lives in Maine.
Yeah,
so I guess
it's got the Maine. Hey, yeah. Down there.
Yeah. And now I'm in New Hampshire. It's a beautiful state. Beautiful state. I just wish. Here's the problem with New Hampshire. Property taxes are too damn high, and there's not enough land available. And what I mean that is, like, let's say you're going to go to Montana, for instance. Land, fuck, you can buy yourself a 3,000 acre ranch. It's nothing. That's nothing. 3,000 acres in New Hampshire? Shit. Good luck. And it's probably going to be trees. So if you can find land in New Hampshire, like let's say you got 200 or 300 acres, that's a lot.
That's
in New
big.
Hampshire. That's big. And if 20 to 50 of those acres are cleared, that's a lot. Yeah. So unless again, excluding farmland. Now there's a lot of farmland that's cleared, but that's clearly agriculture and it's farmland. You're probably not going to be able to buy that. It doesn't come up very often. They've got some, but you're not going to. So again, in Vermont, in New Hampshire, if you've got 150, 200 acres, that's a lot. That's a lot of land. Laurel says, I can pick up any accent in less than a day. Lived in Georgia for 20 years, Minnesota for 7, Kentucky for 12 now. Grew up on the Finger Lakes. Good times. Yeah. I'm, most people, like, no matter where I go, people are always asking me where I'm from. It doesn't matter. It's when I was in Oklahoma, same thing. Where are you from? Most people think that I'm from like Wyoming or Montana. I'm not. Oh man, my nose. My accent, Southern neutral, and then word dependent.
Yeah.
So it throws people off. It's like, yeah, there's a smattering of this and of that, and that's fine. My brother he's a chameleon, so he's always adapted. So, and he's been living there for quite a long time. So, like I said, thick, super thick. But that's human nature. And I wrote an article about it. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, talking about cultural appropriation and stuff like that. Now I point out, it's like, no, a lot of it's just natural integration and being around other people. We mimic people. That's what keeps people from killing each other.
Yeah.
Is we adapt and we become like those around us. Well, except for me. It's like, John, there's nobody like you. Here's the thing. There are some guys in New Hampshire that wear cowboy hats. There are.
There's no stores that sell it. But
There's only a few. There's a couple. There's only a few, but most of the good stuff you got to buy out of state. But
yeah,
if you look at them, it's like, okay, cowboy hat, and they wear the leather ones or the really cheap ass ones. And then you look at they're not wearing Western belt buckles, they're not wearing jeans, and they're not wearing boots. They're wearing like hikers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I am one of the few actual cowboys in the state of New Hampshire, where you go from head to toe. Yeah.
It's funny because when my youngest, she went to Texas last year, and she wanted to get a cowboy hat. Mm-hmm. And she got one, and she went into the store, and she was like, oh, wow. She goes, I have never seen anything like it before in my life. It was just like, that's all they did was Western wear. And
well, they used to have the calico hat, the calico house. And that was pretty good. They had a good selection of stuff there. But, and now I go down, there's the leather shop I talked about. I get my boots down at, it's just south of Keene. Nancy was on the show that when she knew the name of the place. I don't know the name of the place. It's a little leather shop on the right-hand side when you're going south of Keene, between Keene and Brattleboro, Vermont. So I get my boots there, get my belts there, because but they don't cater to Western. They cater to bikers, but they've got, like, their hats suck, and they do have boots. And boots are not... Look, if you know the brand and you know the size fits you in the brand, you're going to be clear getting it online.
Right.
If you know the brand, that's like jeans and everything else. When you know what fits you, you can buy it online. That's fine. But if you don't, if you go off brand, you want to try something different, it's a crapshoot whether or not the boots are going to fit.
Yeah.
Because they're not all sized the same. Laurel says, not Laurel, Peggy says the Ozarks of Missouri and northern Arkansas are the closest proximity to New England that I have seen. Yeah, we've talked about that. The Ozarks, if you were to just take pictures of the Ozarks, very much like New England. Not quite. Not quite, but it's very close. But they still don't get the bloom. They don't get the fall bloom quite like New England does. You're too far south. Up in Missouri's closer, but it's still quite a bit south. And
what I found amusing is there's one YouTube channel that I watch, and there was a young couple who went to get married, and her husband now, or at the time he was soon to be, he wanted to wear his cowboy hat, and he was complaining that it was dirty, and he didn't really like how it was formed. Well, they went to one of those Western wear places, and the girl, I mean, they filmed it. She cleaned that hat right up. She threw it right on the steamer, and she fixed that thing up so it looked like it was brand freaking new.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah. You can do that with that's the really good thing about a felt or hair hat is, and that's all I wear. And then people saw it online. They're talking about cowboy hats, and it's like, oh, in the summertime you wear a straw, and then in the fall and the winter you wear your felt and stuff. It's like, yeah, I've never worn a straw hat. Even in Oklahoma, I'd never wore a straw hat. I always wear felt. They're hotter in the summer, and they'll sweat, and they cost more. But I like a good felt hat. And like mine, I've got just the amount of sweat and wear where it's looking I wouldn't want, it's not a dress hat. But it's not a work hat. So it's got just enough character sweat in it that's gonna, but yeah, I can take it, I get a brush, and I get some hat cleaning stuff, and I get out my steamer, and you just make it look brand new.
yeah, I was amazed. And it only took, not even 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you got, if you got the right stuff. Yeah.
Right.
She had the right stuff.
Yeah.
Donna says Chicagoans need to get out of state more. No, they can stay there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just stay away from here. Stay away from here.
You know how you were saying how people that move places and they try to mimic what you do? Yeah, that's not happening here. Well, because all the mass holes that come up here, they don't try to mimic us.
No. Yeah, they're idiots. What I didn't say people try to mimic. I said people mimicking other people is a natural thing for our species. But yeah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, and they need to stay the hell away.
Yes, they do.
Stay the hell away.
All they're doing is shitting this place up and massing it up.
Yeah. Again, the cities are liberal. It's every state. Here's a misnomer. There is no blue state. People think there's no blue states. They're all red states. They're states. The states that are blue are states that have more cities in them. The cities are blue. You go out into the country in any state in the United States, and they're red.
Right.
It's the cities. Right. It's the cities that are blue.
New York is a prime example because upstate New York hates.
Yeah, but they're sadly enough, they are upstate New York. Conservatives in upstate New York are 1960s Democrats.
Well, it could be, but
they're not. They're conservative compared to what's down in the cities, but they're not. They're not. Judy says, I have watched some of those videos, Gus. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
About the hats. Yeah. I generally go between 5 and 15x, depending upon the hat. I tend to not have, I think 2 hats is the most I've ever had at once, but now I've got 1. Because they cost. I mean, you're spending hundreds of dollars on your hat, so you take care of it and you keep it. And hey, Rand's Custom Hattery, Billings, Montana. I could use some hats. I could use some sponsoring. Could use some hats. And speaking of that again, Wrangler jeans, 5-star. It's about your lowest. It might be their lowest. 5-star, regular fit. 36, 38s. Let's talk. But yeah, boots the same way as cowboy boots cost money.
Yeah.
Everything costs money. It ain't cheap. And there's another thing, if folks want to send something, belts, gun belt thickness, please. If you don't know, ask. They're usually half again to twice as thick as a regular belt. But buckles, yeah. You see a neat buckle? Go ahead. Send it to me. Buckles are good. Coffee cups are good. You know, I'm not expecting people to, sell the farm. But if you see something that you think I might like and need, just go ahead. You appreciate the content, just there you go. Have at it. It's appreciated. What were you going to say there, Gus?
Oh, nothing. I was just listening to you.
But yeah, we got the studio. Oh, man, my nose. What the hell? I have no idea what it is. Might be a heat thing because the room heats up as the evening goes on.
It's smaller than your other one?
The room?
Yeah.
Nah, just shaped different.
Oh, okay.
Just shaped
Well, I
different.
didn't know whether it got warmer because it was smaller because of, all the...
No, I had the same problem in the other room. I'd get, like I
Oh,
said,
you
about
did?
an hour and a half into the show, and my nose starts itching.
Oh.
But it's the same thing. I just think it heats up. That might be it. I have no idea. I don't know. It just annoys me to have my nose itch because then I gotta scratch my nose and it looks stupid.
Yeah.
But no, excuse me, the other room's about square foot wise. It might be about the same. Excuse me, coffee. It's not. They're not shaped the same. But yeah, it'd be good to just be able to work out and not have shit in the way. It's like, yes.
No, you don't got to worry about it.
Gus, you said you don't have to worry about it?
Yeah, you got to work out without stuff in the way anymore.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I thought you said you don't have to worry about it. It's like, why? Because you're not going to work out.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to work out. Sorry.
It's like, no, I'm putting in a gym. Gus is putting in a gym.
Yeah, no. That will never happen.
So, no, I'll think about John working out.
Yeah.
John's doing double duty right now. Yeah, I'm thinking about it and he's doing it. So there you go.
I'll go out and cut some wood.
Yeah, there you go. That's a workout. Yep.
I'll sit here and eat my bonbons.
You say you're eating your bonbons? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit here and eat my bonbons.
Oh, somebody's got to do the heavy lifting there, Sally.
Exactly.
We appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Just do my part. Oh, yeah.
She can eat her bonbons. I'll eat my fish. My little, whatever they are, the
Goldfish.
goldfish.
The goldfish, not
Yeah.
not Swedish fish.
No.
The goldfish. Yeah, I never got into those goldfish, but Judy says it's an addiction once you get started. It is. I used to. I'm not built like I used to be. I used to be quite a bit bigger, not fat. Had more muscle size. I worked out 7 days a week, and it gets to be an addiction. And you have to, and the problem is you'll reach a point where you actually start losing strength because your muscles don't have a chance to heal and to rest. So it becomes counterproductive. So it's like, yeah, just 3 days a week, 4 days a week at the most. Space it out. Do your muscle groups on different days. But then you get used to, I tell people, it's like feeling your body. And people are like, what? What do you mean feeling your body? And I don't feel my body anymore. That's gonna change because I'm gonna start hitting it again and hit it hard. Feeling your body is when you're like, let's say you're sitting down, you're just sitting down, and you're watching TV, or you're driving. You don't feel your body. It's not there. It's just your mind. You're just looking out there. When you work out all the time and you work out hard, you feel your body. You can feel your chest muscles. You can feel your abs. You can feel your biceps and triceps, your shoulders, your thighs. You feel your body. There's not a time when you're sitting there that you can't feel.
I feel mine.
You feel, yeah. She's poking herself. I feel my body. But yeah, there is a definite difference. I mean, it's hard to explain. You feel your body. If you don't have that, your muscles, you feel your muscles, and you can tell what muscle group you worked hard the last. You can tell what you need to. It's different. You feel it, and I miss that. I miss feeling my body. Judy says, yes, I love it. Changes things. Yes, it does. It's hard to explain. So when you start working out, and she just started working out again. So, it's an interesting, like, also like muscle burn. If you don't have muscle burn on some part of your body, you feel odd. It's like, what the hell's wrong?
I didn't work this part hard enough.
Right. Because it's like, no, I should be feeling something. And unless you work out, you don't. Again, it's hard. You don't feel your body. You don't feel it. So I miss that. But yeah, it can be addicting because it releases endorphins. Your hormones change. Everything changes when you work out. And when I say work out, I'm not talking about Planet Fitness bullshit. That's not working out. I'm talking about working out. And I miss it. So we'll get back to that too.
Well, good luck to that.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't take me long to get back in the groove. Couple months and I'll probably be close to, strength-wise, close to where I want to be. I cannot work out at all. I'm cock strong. It's not a problem. But yeah, when I work out, it's. So then you have muscle memory. And that's not just muscle memory is like two things. Would you do like when you draw your pistol? It's muscle memory. You know where it's at and it's done. That's one type. Number two is size. I'm not as big as I was, but if you had worked out in the past and you were of a good size, it takes you less time to reach close to that size again versus somebody who never worked out. Because your muscles know you got a muscle memory, and you will progress back to that point a lot quicker. So, Judy says, "I see the changes you make is awesome." Wait a minute. Oh, to see the changes you make is awesome. It feels good. Your mind is better and sharpened. Yes, yeah. Physical activity and working out does, and it's a cycle. And I don't preach about this shit, but I try to tell people, number one, watch what you eat. You don't have to be a fanatic. Lower the amount that you eat. It must be proportional to what you're doing. If you have high energy, high output, eat more. If you don't, cut it back. It's going to feel weird at first. People eat too much food. They eat serving sizes that are way too much for them. Unless you're an athlete or something like that, you don't need to eat as much as you're eating. Then the older you get, the same thing. You require less because our metabolism slows down. But that aside, eat healthy. Doesn't mean you can't eat good. Eat good. You can eat some fatty stuff. Your body needs fat, but eat healthy. Don't overdo it on any given thing. And try to stay as active as you can. All of those things. I want to lose weight. Well, work out, reduce your caloric intake, and make it a part of your life, and then everything falls into place. It's not a one thing. They all work together. You want to get strong? Okay. Work out. If you do that, you're going to lose weight. Oh, well, muscle weighs more than fat. Well, look. Yes, but if you're already carrying way too much fat on your body, it's not the same as if you didn't have much fat and then you put on a bunch of muscle. It'll all even out. So don't even worry about that. Plus, let's face it, people fixate on weight far too much. Worry about size. Size is much more relevant than weight. Weight's important. But size is a good indicator, especially if you're worried about, again, fat to muscle ratio. Is it weight that you're really worried about at that time? No, you're worried about shrinking your waistline. You're worried about taking body fat off of the major parts of your body. So don't fixate on the little things. They'll take care of themselves. It's a system. It all works together. Drink coffee. Drink whiskey.
Eat fish.
No. Let Gus eat fish. I'm not a fish guy. I'll eat it. It's fine. But I'm not a big fish guy.
Goldfish.
Oh, goldfish. Yeah. It reminds me. I've said this story before. I was when I was in the Army. They just came out with snack wells. And if folks aren't familiar with snack wells, they're a snack line. They have cookies and crackers and stuff like that. And they're better for you. They got less calories and they're supposedly better. Snack well. Yeah. It was this one female NCO. Yeah. Oh, but I'm eating health. You're eating a whole fucking box. It's not. Yeah, it's not helping you out any. Just because they're snack wells is not helping you out. You're not going to lose weight. You're eating it a box at a time. No, eat a handful. Just a handful at a time.
Read the serving size.
Yeah, read the serving size. It's like, oh, it's a snack well. It's good for me. Yeah, again, you're eating a whole box. Stop it. Peggy says, I agree with all that you're saying. However, I am tired from working outside today, so I'm saying good night. No, thank you, John. Hey, get some rest, Peggy. Thanks for making the show. You made it in 2 hours, so that's good. The next show coming up on Wednesday. Folks who may be tuning in, used to be 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We're now Wednesday and Sunday. If the participation kicks back up again, then we may jump for 3 days again. But right now, two's working pretty good. It'll give me enough time to work on the other content. Everybody gets quiet. But yeah, everybody focuses on the wrong thing. Oh, what diet's good for this diet and that diet? Number one, most diets fail because people don't continue with them. Most diets work really great in the first week or two because they all will. So they all do, and then they don't stick with it, and then the diet fails.
Not every diet goes along with the person's metabolism.
Right.
Or body.
And I was going to get to that too. You've got to figure out what works for you. What works for you, because everybody's different. But there's simple things. Again, if you want to say fuck diets and you want to reduce your caloric intake, eat the shit that you like. Just eat less of it. You can even eat more meals a day. You can do snacks in between, but don't eat meals in between. Just eat snacks. It keeps your metabolism rolling, and increase your physical activity. You're going to lose weight. And when you lose weight, your joints are going to feel better. You're going to be able to increase your physical activity. Again, everything works together. You don't get at the end right from now to the end. It's a process, and it's a lifestyle. You must change not just your diet, what you're eating, change your lifestyle. And then you won't miss it. At first it'll be a hassle. Then you won't miss it. Like your body's used to the new system. You're still eating, and stop trying to cut out everything that you like. That's a big killer for diets. Stop trying to cut out everything that you like. You will not stick to your diet, and you're going to be miserable.
And the first time you eat it, your body will have a reverse reaction
Right.
to it.
Right. It's like, oh, and then you're going to be shitting all over the place because it's not used to the, because people like fatty foods. Well, if you cut all the fatty foods out and then you suddenly eat something with a lot of fat, you're going to be shitting. No,
Well, it's
just
like
reduce your stuff.
like no bread, no pasta, that type of a diet. That's actually not good because then you go to eat it again, and
Right.
it's like
And your body's not used to it. Yeah. So just reduce. You want some fucking cookies? Eat a cookie. See what I said? Eat a cookie.
It's funny because for over 40 years, I don't care. I could eat.
Excuse me.
I could eat. Bless you. I could eat, a plate of food for everything. I could have ice cream. I could have snacks. I never put on an ounce of weight. Not even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it was like I hit this stage, and it's like, God, now I look at stuff and it's like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got other issues too, because like you said, you're on medication. Right. So but you're figuring out your plan, and that's great. It's great for you, and I support you and help you any way I can.
Then you got Sally, who goes and she eats, and she'll do exactly like you just said. She'll say, "Oh, I want this," and she'll have 2 cookies, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I go, you really, I said, you eat less than a bird,
No, but that's fine, because she doesn't need it, So get you take care of your craving, but don't go into relapse. So I'm going to have a whole freaking. I'm going to have a dozen cookies. No, have a cookie or 2. You want some ice cream? Have a scoop or 2. You know what I mean? But you can have it. You want some pasta? Have some pasta. Don't eat a whole freaking pot of pasta. Just have a little bit of pasta. And then your body gets used to smaller amounts, but you don't get those cravings because you've tried to eliminate all of that from your diet. Donna says, don't think I could live without bread and pasta. Yeah, which is funny because we're not really... Most all of our health issues are from grains. We're not designed to eat grains, but the problem is grains are one of the easiest things that humans discovered that they could do, and it's all processed, to fill in the gap where nature doesn't provide for us. And we've got, like, why do we like fats? Well, because a lot of times in human history, things would run in a cycle. So you'd have to build up, just like in the wild. You build up for the winter time when you're not going to have that shit anymore. And then you burn it off in the wintertime, and you're lean by spring. But we don't live in those times anymore. We have an abundance of everything. Everything. I say it's the only time in human history where the poorest societies are dying of morbid obesity. People used to die of starvation in the poor societies, not obesity.
I mean, nowadays you can go on a computer and print yourself a steak.
Yeah, stop it. No, we talked about that. No printed steaks. But yeah, grains they were both a miracle and a boon at the same time, because we don't process that. It kills our organs. But oh man, the carbs, we love the hell out of carbs. But why? We're designed to do that because it's supposed to. We're designed to want to eat as much as we can when we can, because you're not going to be able to eat like that throughout the year in human history. But it's different now.
Oh,
Donna says, if I were over 8, I would give up carbs. Yeah, I'm not. Well, carbs in themselves aren't really too much of a problem. Again, everything in moderation. Now my nose is running.
Good Lord, John.
I know, but it was itching. Then I had my sneezes. Now my nose is going the opposite direction.
When your nose itches, it means you're going to kiss a fool.
I got to do what? Kiss a what?
A fool.
I've got to kiss a fool.
That's what it means, is that you're going to kiss a fool. Well, you didn't kiss the fool, so now your nose is going to run.
Oh, that's what it is? It sounds like witchcraft stuff to me. And Judy goes, that damn nose. Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, what the hell is going on? But yeah. Yeah, so like I said, it's just eat in moderation. Eat what you want to eat. Try to make it as healthy as possible. Don't force yourself to stop eating. And look at all the reasons diets fail. It's because they weren't lifestyle changes and they didn't like what they were eating. Well, duh. That's like here's another thing. They've got protein bars, right? And most of them taste like shit. Well, if you go and you look at like what a Snickers with almonds or something like that, and you look at what's in them and the calories, the sugars, the proteins, they're almost identical to a protein bar, but they taste good.
Yeah.
So when I was working out all the time, I'd get myself the Snickers because I'd find I'd get the protein bars and it only had a couple grams of protein more than the Snickers did, but they tasted like shit. So I didn't want to eat them. So it's like, no, get stuff that tastes good. You eat it.
Yeah.
Here's another little quinky dink out there that people don't realize. You know those like Slim Fast shakes?
Yeah.
Go look at a Slim Fast shake, and then and then it'll be in the same place that you find the weight gain stuff. Pick up a tub of Slim Fast. Pick up a tub of weight gain. Look at the backs. They're damn near the same. They're packaged different. There's very little difference overall between a weight loss and a weight gain powder. The difference is, and here's what the difference is, one you take instead of a meal, the other one you take in addition to a meal. That's all it is, but they're the same damn things. And people don't realize that. It's the same stuff. It's just marketed for two different things.
Exactly.
One you replace your meal with it, and the other you take it in addition. So you could, if you want to gain weight and you can't find weight gain, go and get some Slim Fast, make your Slim Fast shakes, and do it the same thing that you did with your weight gain stuff, because it's the same damn thing, roughly. Minor differences, but stuff that's not going to matter. Here's another thing. Look at the ingredients. Like when I do it, when I work out heavy, I've got my weight gain stuff. I just call it a protein supplement. And then I do my creatine separate. I do a lot of my other stuff, which comes in all of the bodybuilding formulas, but they're not at the levels that's going to do you any good. You need them at higher levels. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they're starting to work out. They don't realize that. It's like, oh, so I've got this, and it's costing me, $30-$35 a tub. It's like, yeah, and it's not doing what you think it's doing. Because 3 or 4 of these ingredients, you need, 5 times the amount that you're getting per serving. It's like, oh, it's got creatine in it. Yeah. Do you know how much creatine you need to stack and then to maintain? Huh? Yeah. That's my point. And you're not getting it in that tub of weight gain or bodybuilding shake maker. It's not there. They got just enough so that they can say it's in there. That's it. Judy says that's true. Yes, it is true. It's like, man, yeah, I've done this. I'd spent decades working out and doing all of this stuff, and I didn't have money to burn just doing stupid shit. So it's like, yes, those are good to have, but you got to make sure that if you want the benefits that you think you're getting from those, you're going to have to add additional supplements to it. Add these extra stuff. Oh, and a lot of the pre-workout stuff. You can just go to a doctor. You want to save money? Don't buy it at the vitamin shop or whatever that's doing it for weightlifting and athletics. Just get it in your general nutrition supplement section. You get it for cheaper. A lot of pre-workout drinks are just amino acids and electrolytes. Well, you can go and you can get that cheaper. We call it buy it off brand. So you don't buy it specifically designed for this. Buy it just as a general workout, a general health aid, and you get it at half the price doing the same thing. That if you go and you go, I'm going to work out. Yes, I'm going to get better because I'm paying 3 times the price. No, you're not. Look at what the ingredients are. What's the ingredient? What's the amount? What's it doing? Judy says, you put my thoughts into words. That's what I do. Extracting. But yeah, people don't do that. They just buy the hype and the marketing, and they don't understand what they're doing. You know. They don't do that.
So Judy must be going to be one of these women that, I'll pump you up now.
Yeah, Judy's going to be hitting the fitness circuit. Oh, don't get me started on fitness circuits. Jesus Christ. Fitness influencers. I can't tell you the number of chubby chicks out there wearing skin tight stuff, posing at a fucking gym in their fitness, and you're not fitness. Stop it. Or just being low body fat. Just stop it. No. TNA girls. And don't believe the shit you see with the guys either. Oh my God, he looks huge. Yeah. Lighting, posing. He ain't that big. Anybody in the quote-unquote industry will tell you that shit. And same way with bodybuilders. Bodybuilders don't walk around at their competition form. Professional fighters don't walk around in their fight physique. It's dangerous. They bulk up in between and they cut before competition or cut before photo shoot. And then don't believe the photos. Don't believe the photos. I just get a kick watching the guys get out of the gym. And they look huge. They come out of the door. The closer they get, the smaller they get. Motherfucker's 5'5". It's like, no. So visually he's proportionally huge, but he's not a big guy. And you watch what they're lifting and you go, dude, you're 20, 25, 30 pounds is your workout weight?
Yeah.
Stop it. But Judy says, hey, I'm just trying to survive. No, that's good. That's good. You're doing good, Judy.
I'm just picking on you.
Yeah.
Just because I can.
I must break you. She's gonna go with that. Gus, I'm going to break you. You're picking on me. But no, it's just no. And what are you gonna do? You're working out to get muscular. Or you're working out to get strong. There's a difference. It doesn't mean you're not. You can't have big muscles and not be strong. I mean, you can't be weak and have big muscles. However, the size of your muscles does not indicate how strong you are. That's why you see all the time, you cock strong, skinny farm guys. Jesus Christ, they'll break a mule in half.
Yeah.
They're not all big and muscular. Don't have to be. So, yeah.
Most of the guys that I knew that, did farm life, that's, they were born and brought up on a farm. They had no problem slinging, 200-pound bags of grain, one
Yeah.
up on one on the other. They had no issues doing that, or, throwing, 80-pound bales of hay around.
Yeah.
It was just like nothing,
Well,
but they
to be honest, a lot of that, well, you got to be strong, but you also have to have good form. I mean, a lot of the farm work, we talk about splitting wood too. It's like, if you're using all your muscles splitting wood, you're doing it wrong. Same with, you've got to be strong to throw bales all day, but don't be stupid. There's form that's there, but yeah, it's that repetitive. You see it all the time. People that just work repetitive all day long, and they do stuff whether they're throwing wood or whether they're, what have you, and their muscles are built different, and most of them they don't look like Thor. It's not the way it works. Judy says, I'm working out to be the best I can be. I'm not looking to be manly woman. Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing. Oh, look at this girl with these big muscles. Well, number one, like I said, do not equate muscle size with strength. That's no. And you get a guy and a girl, okay? Equal weight, equal size, equal muscle mass. And the guy's going to be twice as strong, if not more, than that girl is.
Yeah.
Because our muscles are built different. Even if they're the same size, they are built different. Thank God we're not the same. Plus, I don't like a muscular woman. I like a woman to have some curves and some softness about her. I mean, I don't want her weak. I don't want to have to do everything for them, but I don't want them to be. Bob. No, I want a gal. I don't want a guy. Stop it. Woman power. Yes, women have always had power. But if you think that power is the same as what men have, you're stupid. And you have no idea how things work.
I just sent you a picture on Messenger that is happening. It's happening now.
It's happening now. If you sent me snow, that's... Oh, stop it. That's Jefferson Notch. Oh, my goodness. They got
You can show that to the people and say, this is happening in New Hampshire right now.
Well, let's see here.
I don't know if you can...
Yeah, I pulled it up on, but it's a small picture. The problem is when you send it in Messenger, it never blows up.
Yeah.
It never blows up big, but yeah.
Unless you download it and then keep it to your thing.
Yeah, what's that? Is that a couple inches maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can keep that. Oh, goodness. Jefferson Notch. No, don't want any of that right now. Ain't got no time for that.
And that's only 3,000 feet up.
Yeah. That's crazy. No. We don't need it.
No, I don't want it. I'm not ready.
No. I'd say mid-December. Sometimes close to Christmas. I like Christmas to have snow. But just shy of Christmas, that's fine. Unless it gets like super cold. If it's super cold out there, I want some snow on the ground. Because that helps the pipes and shit, and it's nicer. But the thing is, when it's like super, super cold, you don't get much snow. So it's kind of, so let there get snow, then get super cold. But yeah. But no, I'd rather mild winter, decent snow. I want normal snow. Like we talked about this on the shows before, where it was like a snowstorm was a snowstorm. It wasn't snow, slush, sleet, rain, snow, sleet, snow, rain. No, none of that shit. That's the way it's been for a few years now. No, I just want nice. Remember where you'd have like 2 feet of just fluffy snow?
Yeah.
You get out with a snow blower and it's a wonderful thing. It just blows it all over the place and you just blow, it's not snowball snow. You can't make snowmen out of it, but it clears really easy. Clears really easy. That's the snow that I need. Then, some modestly heavy, not super wet, but modestly heavy after that snows. It weights it down so the wind doesn't blow it all over the place. But then, good clearing snow.
Yeah, I want at least another month and a half before we have snow.
Yeah, that puts us, mid-December.
Yeah. I don't want it now.
No, not now. I'd like it mild. The weather hasn't been too bad. The wind's getting cold again, though.
Yeah.
But the weather's not been too bad.
No. Oh, God, no. I worked out yesterday and outside in the garage, and I just had on a sweatshirt. I was comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great working weather out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
So we've went half an hour over. Thank you all for showing up for the inaugural studio opening. Judy says, if I can't get a snowball or snowman, I don't want it. No, but there's time for those, and then there's time you just want it fluffy so you can just clear the shit out. I love snowbanks. I love the way everything looks when I've got the paths shoveled and the driveway shoveled and I got snowbanks. It reminds me of a fortress. And for the past few years, we just didn't have that. It's just crap snow. Terrible. But okay, Wednesday will be the next show. I will be up putting out content tomorrow. Monday's always a slow day because I got a lot of catching up to do on different things. I keep up with the latest happenings, so I know what I can put out. But look to find more since we are set up. Look to find more shorts and other content put up. Laurel says, good night all. I thought Laurel had gone to sleep. But Laurel, Judy, Donna, if she's still here, Donna. The rest, I don't know who all's here and who's not here. Sally and Gus, thank you for joining in. Good to have Connie and Elliot show up. Again, send prayers out for Big Al. He's not doing too well.
Uh-oh.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well,
Laurel says I listen and laugh.
Great week until Wednesday. Well, even beyond that, but
yes, yeah, all good from here on out. When is Halloween? I always lose track of the date. We're at the 22nd right now. Is that next week?
I'm assuming for you it'll be on the 31st. For us, it's always on the 30th. It's always gate night.
Yeah. I don't. We don't even have any candy yet. I don't. Some years we do, and some years we don't.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Next Tuesday, said Laurel. Yeah, it sounds right. So yeah, we're just over a week away. I oftentimes lose track of the day. It's almost like I'm retired, but I'm not. See, when you work for yourself, it's the same way because you don't have your schedule is not the same as if you're just working for somebody else. So I always lose track of the days. But yeah, again, thank you all for joining the show. And if you can think of anything else that you think that we can improve, add, do whatever. I think I'm dialing in pretty good. Maybe some lighting differences, but I don't think it's that bad anyways.
No.
And no, I'm not getting rid of the Ruger. Not getting rid of the 6-shooter. You can kiss my ass. Yeah, I've seen other shows. They have firearms as well, so it's like not a big deal. But yeah, again, thank you for stopping in. Next Wednesday, any folks that would like to help support the show and other content, please feel free to review the links underneath the show. Until next time, God bless and take care.
Good night, everyone.